Next up, we are excited to welcome to the stage a pitch from MMOR. Joining us on stage tonight are the founders, Ken and Nadia Langdon. Ken is a creative leader and entrepreneur dedicated to building brands and businesses rooted in intention, integrity, and trust, and is the founder of No Branding Group and More Waffles, a health-forward food company inspired by his family's desire to eat better without sacrificing the foods they love. Nadia is a wellness-minded entrepreneur and former big tech project manager who brings operational strength and clarity to purpose-driven work. Together, they live in Central Oregon with their 2 sons and are on a mission to help families live healthier, more intentional lives. Help me welcome Ken and Nadia.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. My name is Ken.
I'm Nadia.
We're the founders of MMOR. We were expecting potentially lapel mics, so I don't know how this is going to go with the note cards. I spent most of my career building brands from a design standpoint and strategic standpoint, and now we get the opportunity to build our own right here in Central Oregon.
Thanks for the intro. I'm going to repeat it. I have a background in project management in big tech and have helped shape MMOR since day one as a thought partner, helping refine the vision alongside Ken.
And MMOR is a food brand aligned to our family values, and we're here to tell you why we exist and a little bit more about where we're going.
We have normalized food for shelf life and profit and not for health and how we feel after we eat it. 57% of the calories consumed here in America come from ultra-processed foods, and yes, that includes, aside from the EDCO, the presumably healthier choices on the screen behind me. 42% of adults and 1 in 3 children are categorized as obese, and half of us in America live with at least one chronic disease, which are linked to all the highly processed foods. Ultra processed, not just Twinkies, but again, like these type of foods, even like Chobani yogurt, Nature Valley Sabra hummus, things like that. When I talk about ultra processed, I mean things that are made with refined oils, added sugars, protein isolates and starches, preservatives, stabilizers, flavorings, things like that. These things look like really good foods for us, but they're far removed from the ingredient sources from which they came. They're designed to be hyper-palatable, shelf-stable, and extremely cheap to produce. The result is energy crashes, unstable blood sugar, chronic inflammation, hormone disruption, and a slow drift away from how our bodies are meant to function. 6 years ago, I became pregnant with our first child. We thought that we were healthy, but we were far from it. We were making choices that we thought were at least better for you, choosing the smarter option in the grocery aisle, but we still had highly processed diets, didn't move our bodies as much as we should. But I decided I wanted to do right by the baby I was growing and started learning about where we started was removing food dyes. And then that cascaded into fully reading the ingredients lists, choosing higher quality fats and proteins, and just overall a more whole foods diet. 6 months in, Ken lost 20 pounds without counting a single calorie. We both had much more stable energy, clearer skin, digestion, no more feelings of bloat. I missed a card. No more feelings of bloat. I didn't miss a card, I'm done.
So MMOR was born after this, and we started with with Waffles, something we were already making in our own kitchen, refining the recipe, making it cleaner, more allergy friendly, and ultimately better tasting. It resulted in a waffle that is made with organic ingredients, gluten-free, vegan, no added sugar, no gums or seed oils, and something that most people could enjoy. And then MMOR is a health-focused food brand made for those who read the ingredients. We currently have 3 flavors, the original, Ceylon cinnamon, and wild blueberry. We're working on a protein waffle that is also available to taste here right after this at our table. We're hyper-focused on waffles right now and trying to make the best waffles we can. And then in the future, we see this brand expanding into more products.
You guys, I did miss the card. It was that traveling now, when we travel and eat out, we can feel the effects of it immediately, and we realize the inputs matter. Therefore, we made more. Frozen waffles are a $1.5 billion market nationwide each year in America, and that's only increasing with the frozen breakfast aisle. Better for you options are no longer niche. Health foods make up hundreds of billions of dollars in consumer purchasing power each year. And that growth is driven by demand for, yes, convenience, but also gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan options, and protein-rich options as well. 75% of grocery buyers say that health impacts their decision when they're buying something in the grocery store. And I thought the same prior to looking into all the ingredients and learning what we know now. So the demand is there, and our goal is just to help continue to grow it.
As we looked across categories, we kept on running into trade-offs like added sugars, seed oils, gums, etc. No one was really solving the entire problem. There isn't another waffle like ours that is organic, gluten-free, vegan, no added sugars, no gums or seed oils. And I'd like to present a challenge and potentially a giveaway. If you guys can find another brand and bring it to me, the first person who brings it to me, I'll give a free box of waffles. Our differentiation creates a category of its own with real room to scale. So currently we're looking to expand locally in retail stores and more significantly into some cafes and restaurants. Like I said, we're working on a protein waffle. Each protein waffle will have 18 grams of protein. We reconfigured the base flour for it and to add lentils, pumpkin seed, and then in the whole mixture we've added chia seed, hemp hearts, and additional flaxseed. And that allows us to put less protein powder in there to avoid that chalky, powdery texture.
Forward looking, we have some big goals that start with scale. That includes equipment upgrades and a kitchen setup that will help us increase production capacity while lowering costs. Also frozen storage and cold chain logistics, and increasing our retail partnerships and distribution.
So we're focused on building something unexpected, honest, and uncompromising to our standards. So we're open to partners that are and investors that are aligned with our values, potentially somebody that wants to be in the trenches with us and work alongside us, or just a unique partnership. And that's it from us. Thank you, everybody. We'll have samples, and we'll have some boxes available.
Beautiful pitch. No, you're good. You guys are doing great. That was amazing, right? You said I'm hyper-focused on waffles, and I'm thinking, I am too now. I mean, your packaging's beautiful. I also want to say that. And I want to say, like, one thing that you didn't put on the slide with all of the other waffles is that yours are actually delicious, and those ones are dry and crusty. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So how did you decide to start with waffles? Did your kids come up with this?
No, it was pretty, I have a lot of ideas being a creative. And it was just kind of the idea at the time, and something that we're passionate about was health. So I just decided to go, and in a month and a half, we launched it.
Oh, that's great.
We pretty much just weren't happy with, I mean, as we were saying, with any of the freezer options because we do have kids and we wanted a fast, convenient breakfast to get out the door, and none of it was meeting our standards.
Yeah, and it's a great snack, and you really can do a lot with it. It's like sweet or savory. I know you can get them at the Commons coffee shop. That's where I first came across them, and it's like such a great option, and it's gluten-free, which is amazing. Okay, so are you thinking of any like other new flavors on the horizon?
Just the protein right now. I want to be careful on how many flavors we
Yeah.
add, but if we add a fifth, it'll probably be something unique. So like think coffee, nothing,
Matcha.
not just like
Ooh, okay, not just like mini chocolate chips. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just an idea. I don't. Just think about it. I just know a gal who likes that. Okay, any questions for more waffles? Yes, in the back.
What toppings do you recommend?
What?
Log cabin syrup?
I love it. I love it. This is a great question. She says, we're not putting log cabin syrup on these babies. What toppings do you recommend?
I always recommend adding some protein to it. So depending, we have Greek yogurt, we can add egg, like hot sauce egg, sour cream is always good,
Yeah,
microgreens.
bacon, avocado,
Yeah.
sauce.
With the waffles not having any added sugar, they're not as sweet as a regular box waffle, so it's easy to swing it savory. But I do like my waffles sweet. So especially on the cinnamon, I like the Greek yogurt. It does add protein, and then toast up some nuts and put some more cinnamon on it, and then syrup.
I'd say my go-to is peanut butter syrup and Greek yogurt on the blueberry.
I'm like, you could get really fancy and do like a poached egg and some bechamel and a little.
Hot sauce.
I'm making it weird, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, any other questions for these guys? Okay, I think everyone's on board is actually what's happening right now. So I hope you'll come back and give us an update. I know that you can find them at just about any grocery store that you're probably shopping at, and you are offering samples tonight. But that doesn't mean you can run out of here right now and go get them. You have to hold until the end of the program.
We have
right?
boxes for sale,
We have
too.
boxes. Okay,
Yep.
great, perfect. Thanks, you guys. Really well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.